Vocaloid, is it weird? I came across this Reddit post and I thought it was kind of interesting because I'm really interested in what you guys have to say. So I'd love your thoughts and takes on this. Please keep it civil, and you never know, your comment might just help someone else. A couple weeks ago, we were learning about music in English class, and our teacher asked us what's the weirdest music we know. I jokingly played part of Blessed Messiah and the Tower of I, and they were all shocked. The teacher said, that really is the weirdest. And I felt pretty bad since Vocaloid's my favorite genre. Why do people dislike it all the same? And there's a few interesting responses I really kind of want to dive into. It's easy to dislike something one doesn't know or understand. And the second one too, a lot of people don't really like unfamiliar stuff, and that's why pop music is, well, popular. If you don't know what something is, it's going to be foreign to you or weird to you. That's just the nature of things. It's a little off-putting at first, I think, if you're on the outside of a community, but I think all communities are like that. Once you get to know it, it's really hard to hate or dislike something you understand or know. I mean, you may choose not to like something all the same, but it's really hard to hate it when you understand it. And so I think that goes with Vocaloid. Well, to be fair, Vocaloid spans a massive range of genres and qualities because it's just voice software. Anyone can make something with it, no matter their talent or taste in music. I think that's pretty true. I think with Vocaloid, you get a lot of this high energy electronic music. And I think for some people, they might just not like that genre. And so then they immediately associate Vocaloid with that genre. But you can find Vocaloid in all sorts of genres. I mean, if you've seen my channel before, I love making music with Vocaloid that is not typically meant to be made with Vocaloid. I've made moombaton, I've made some reggaeton, I've made slower songs. I think it's just interesting to mix Vocaloid with whatever feels right or sounds right to you. But I do think that you do get some people that are talented at it, some people that just aren't, and you get this variety of skills. And unless you're really willing to give it a shot, if you stumble across a bad song first, you might think that's it and walk away. But if you dig deeper, there's so much talent in Vocaloid. I think it's honestly really cool. It's a funny response. How can you listen to that crap? I asked the same about rap. It's all about what you love. Variety is a great thing, isn't it? I think that's a pretty clever post, right? It's like, I like what I like and you like what you like. I shouldn't make fun of you for what you like and vice versa. One possible reason is uncanny valley. Things that seem mostly, but not quite human, tend to have strong negative associations with them. If you watch Quarter Digital at all, they do a bunch of reaction to like VFX stuff in movies. Really cool channel. But they talk about the uncanny valley a lot, especially in visual effects, and how it's almost better for something to not be human and stylistically different than to be so close yet not there, because for some reason we just don't like that. I think you kind of get that with Vocaloid. I personally prefer when people kind of lean into the electronicness of it and lean into this is a vocal synth, a v-synth. But I mean, that's a great point. Viola Buddy here says, I mean, if we take a step back, Vocaloid really is kind of a weird phenomenon. As Vocaloid fans, we all listen to people's voice, except that the voices are pulled apart by computers and painstakingly put back together by people using a computer program. And then we assign personalities and characterizations and anime style designs to these vocal banks. And then we ship these characters together or imagine them together in various scenarios and make fan art and fan fiction and cosplay and whatever. So this one brings up a lot of points. I think when you are talking about Vocaloid, you really can't blanket statement it. You need to talk about Vocaloid, the idea, meaning like it's a v-synth, text-to-speech. I mean, that's just cool. That's like a cool technology. Then you have like the product, how it's packaged in characters and this anime style art. I think for a lot of people, especially in the West, that's off-putting. I mean, anime and manga is definitely growing and it's had a huge growth over the last year, but I think a lot of people are still skeptical. But honestly, like, that's just what the voice is packaged in. If you like the voice, just pick the one you like and you don't have to worry about necessarily what it looks like. Another thing to talk about is the community. I think the community is definitely something where in any community, whether it's Vocaloid or just electronic music or for a certain movie, you're gonna have people who are normal and people who are very weird. The community will range in what type of people are there. And I don't think that's unique to Vocaloid. I think that's everywhere. And you'll find people who are super interested and almost like, wow, do you have time to do anything else? But that's okay. I mean, they just found what they love and good for them. I think a lot of us wish we could find what we love right away. I do think there is a point where maybe it goes from like a hobby or passion to like an obsession, and maybe it's too much. But I think for the most part, as a whole, that's a very small percentage of people. You'll find weird people everywhere, and so It's okay. I mean, it's okay Vocaloid's a little weird. That's kind of what makes it cool and fun, and what makes it different. You've probably heard this before, but can you imagine if everyone and everything were the same? It'd be boring. So it's good that things are different. And then lastly, we already talked about this, but the kind of music Vocaloid is in. You can find a wide range, and you can probably find a genre specific to what you like in Vocaloid. You might have to do a little more digging, but if you're open to it, it's there. And if not, the great thing is you can make it. And that's what I think for me is the main draw to Vocaloid. Everyone that I've seen in like the Reddit and on my YouTube videos has been super nice. I mean, helpful, giving out tips. At the end of the day, there's always gonna be a few people that won't accept your decision, but are those the kind of people you want around you? I don't know. Purely because it's different and they don't take some time to learn and actually listen to the song before they judge. I know exactly where you came from. I didn't even feel like I can tell someone about the music because they wouldn't care. That's actually so sad. I mean, I felt like that before. I mean, I grew up in a place where electronic music wasn't very big, especially not Vocaloid. Like I said, I hadn't even heard about it till last year. I mean, it sucks that you feel like you can't tell someone, but the cool thing is you can find a community online now. I mean, on Reddit, on YouTube, wherever it is you go, there is a Vocaloid community. It's awesome. I mean, if you feel like that, hopefully you can find friends or community online, but just know that there is someone else that struggles with that same thing about almost every other topic. Sure, some things are a little more normal and mainstream, so it's perhaps easier or more acceptable to like them, but I don't think that liking Vocaloid inherently makes you weird. You can be weird about it, but it doesn't make you weird.